These are the top mobile games that can grow your YouTube channel, your Twitch channel, your Facebook gaming channel, hell, even Trovo and DLive, we'll see. And we're gonna kick things off in this episode with the #1 trending mobile game out there. Just got a massive marketing launch. Twitch rivals, #1 featured slot on iOS and on Android. I mean, they are going ham. Marketing, Wild Rift, the League of Legends mobile game. We were very concerned, right guys, that they weren't putting the marketing money behind this title. Well, it looks like they're dropping fat dollars. What is the viability of this title, Perrin? Can you break this down for us and tell everyone about this tier list system that we have that ranks games in terms of viability?
Yes, so today we're going through the top mobile games to grow your gaming channel. S tier means it is the best hands down for growth anywhere, everywhere, all places, and right now is a good time to get in on it. And as we go down tiers, it gets a little bit worse. A tier will probably be games that are good on some platforms, maybe not others. B will be very middle of the road. C, maybe it has a little bit of viability, but it's going to be tough. And D means it's just not going to be viable at all. So we place League of Legends Wild Rift in A tier just to see, but we need to do the research first. So we always go to Google Trends. Let's see where it's at there right now. The search interest has been going up and down and wavering, but this is worldwide. It just released in the US. I would be interested to see what it's looking like in just the United States right now.
Oh, it looks like a bit of a different number.
Holy Google Trends, Batman. Ross, we're seeing the spike here. This is good. I was really concerned, man, that this game would have middling performance, but this US spike, is this encouraging to you?
It's very encouraging to me. This is what we were saying all along. I mean, we know what the title is. We know what the League of Legends brand is. We know that it can accumulate a fan base because it already has done that. But our worry initially came from the lack of marketing we were seeing from the title. We saw nothing. And now that they've released the game, it sounds like their marketing strategy all along was release the game and then go ham instead of go ham and then release the game. I got no argument against it. It's obviously working here, just based on the numbers we've seen in the last couple days.
But let's take a look at other numbers. Those are just YouTube trending numbers. What about on Twitch? We're going to assess this thing on all 3 major platforms to determine whether it's good for streaming. How are those Twitch numbers looking, Perrin?
Well, I always kind of gravitate towards that average viewers per channel first, making sure it's above 25 or so, and it's at 26.9. So I'd say that's in a healthy spot.
Yeah.
Could it be higher? I think for something that's new, yeah, probably, but we'll say that's in a pretty healthy spot. It's jumped up in rank to number 51, so it's still pretty low in terms of rank on Twitch, with a total live viewers in the last 7 days of 4,400 and live channels 178.
That's really not that good in terms of viewers, but once again, mobile games never do great on Twitch. You know what I mean? Like, they never do phenomenally well. So this is actually decent for a mobile game, right?
It's decent. The last thing I would check, is that saturation point that we like to look at. It's the blue line versus the top green line. So the green, again, this green area down here is the viewership, and the blue dotted line, that's the streamers. And if you have a large white gap kind of in between, that means you don't have a quite viewership demand for the number of streamers. And we're actually seeing that there's a bit of a gap here. So it is a bit oversaturated already out the gate. On its launch spike here in the US, it was great. There was the demand. In fact, the demand reached the supply of streamers. There was more demand than streamers, but since then, on this downslope, it has not been super great.
Well, really quick for people that are tuning in for the first time, what we're always looking at with every game when we're talking about viability to stream it and make content about it, it is a supply and demand calculation. And we explain how we do this research. We've been doing this for 10 years for a living, and we want you guys to do your own research. You want the supply to be lower than the demand. You want the number of channels that are streaming a game to be lower than the number of viewers that want to watch it. And if you can get that, then you're in a sweet spot where you can stream potentially or release videos potentially and more easily acquire viewership and grow faster. That's the concept. Okay, so that's YouTube, that's Twitch. It looks like it's doing okay on YouTube. It's doing okay on Twitch. How about Facebook gaming though?
Well, let's take a look. Even just looking at the front page here of Facebook gaming, it has risen to a top 10 spot. I was going to zoom in here. In fact, as of today, it's top 9.
Wow, 11,000 concurrent viewers on this. Wow, that really popped.
That's quick.
It has grown a lot, and even in the last week, it was not even close to this spot. So the U.S. release and the marketing of this has been working well, and I don't know, we might continue to see this increase in its positioning on Facebook Gaming. It's going to depend to see like what type of esports events internationally are posted to Facebook Gaming, or maybe if they can even get some exclusive events themselves based around this game. I think they can make it very, very big. Again, it's going to depend on the marketing, but this is a bit, we actually did not expect to see this jump here with this game up to this point. That is a really, really good sign that on Facebook Gaming, the growth here, it's working and it might continue.
I don't know. I'm surprised. Ross, are you surprised by these numbers? I mean, we were kind of poo-pooing on this game and saying, I don't know if it's even going to work out at all. Mobile Legends wins because it's #1. I'm a little surprised at the interest that happened here with this US launch. What do you think, dude?
I'm ecstatic about this. I can't wait to see where it goes because this happened very quickly. Like literally just last week, we were looking at this and we're like, what's going to happen with this game? There's no marketing. They're not even talking about it. And here we are a week later. And I gladly put my foot in my mouth on this one.
We'll see. I'm not ready to put my foot in my mouth yet. I wanted to ask because this is a launch spike. And what we're always looking at with trends is does it spike and then die immediately thereafter? That's on Riot Games to continue to pump money into this game to keep the interest super high. Now that we have a picture of how this game's doing on all 3 platforms, let's do a final ranking. Is it S tier, A tier, or B tier? Those are our options for Wild Rift. And to answer Narnicle's question in chat, this is the first game that we're assessing. We're going to be assessing every major mobile game out there and its viability in this stream. So you better watch all the way to the end for those nuggets of info. How do we want to rank it? Perrin, you dropped it in A initially. Are you still feeling A tier?
Yeah, I still feel A because we're on that downslope now of search interest, and we saw that downslope across the Twitch charts too. And even though it's popping on Facebook Gaming, I think we should maybe expect a little bit of a downturn as well there because that's what we're seeing across the board. So it looks great right now and it's popping right now, but it looks like, and the marketing is there, but I'm just not seeing the total viability across all platforms, mostly because on Twitch, it's still very, very small.
Makes sense. A tier for Perrin. Ross, do you agree with A or do you want to bump this up to S?
I actually kind of want to bump this down to B just because we're still so early in. We're only a week into actually seeing what this is capable of. And while it looks like it's got some momentum, it's not there yet. I definitely think it could go up to A, but for right now, I'd probably put it at a high B just to be cautious.
I agree with that personally. So on this list, A tier is reserved for games that are definitely like a slam dunk on 2 platforms. B tier it's a slam dunk on 1 platform. Maybe it can do decent on the others. For me, League of Legends Wild Rift seems like the biggest opportunity right now is going to be on Facebook Gaming from the numbers that I'm seeing. So I would say that's the viable platform at the moment. And the other 2, Twitch, not so much. YouTube, a little bit. This is a B tier game right now. Could move up to A if they continue to pump those dollars into it. Can we settle on a B tier here? Can we agree on a B tier for this game?
I can agree on the B tier. You guys convinced me.
I thought it was going to be C tier, guys. So it upgraded this launch campaign that Riot Games did. Good job. You did a good job so far. Keep it going, and we will upgrade you to A tier. I know that's their #1 metric for all of the marketing team to get their bonuses. Speaking of bonuses, Ross, aren't we giving away yet another gigantic gear and software package for freaking free? This is round 2 of the giveaway, right?
Yes, we are. Perrin, I'm looking at the screen, scroll down so I can read what this beautiful giveaway actually is, if you don't mind. Rodecaster Pro Production Studio, Procaster microphone, professional studio, boom arm, microphone shock mount, pop filter, Restream.audio standard license for 3 months and a TubeBuddy Legend license for 3 months. That's an $1,100 value, and we're just going to give it away for free because we use these products. We swear by these products. We've used them all for a very long time before we ever started working with any of these companies professionally because we love their products and we cannot wait to share these with you. I just tossed the link into the comments. Go there and enter. That's all you have to do, and it's free to enter. Just go sign up and you have a chance to win some amazing, amazing gear.
I agree. Real quick, I want to say thank you to Restream, thank you to TubeBuddy, and thank you to Rode Microphones for providing all of this stuff for free. Seriously. They just gave it to us for free, and they're giving us one of these packages every quarter. So we're giving away one from the first quarter of this year. We're now in the second quarter of this year, and now we have 2 more packages just like this we're giving away this year. It's like almost like $5,000 in free gear. Enter to win, no catch, completely free. Let's do the next game, Perrin. What do you want to cover, Amico?
Compare the Wild Rift setup to Mobile Legends. I think this just makes sense to look at that one next and assess where we're at there. I'm going to toss it into B tier for now. We'll see where it ends up. And let's start off with Google search, YouTube search, I mean, worldwide, and see where we're looking. Ooh, a bit of a
First,
down.
I'd like to make a comment on the name. Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Like, the first time I saw that, I did not take it seriously. It appears that I think they had to put Bang Bang at the end because Mobile Legends was copyrighted, and they needed to add something over there because they couldn't get the rights to Mobile Legends. That's my guess. But anyway, this is a game to take seriously, though, because it is a massive title. We've ranked it on multiple other lists in the past. Perrin has streamed it, gotten hundreds of concurrent viewers off of this thing, and this is the #1 mobile MOBA at the moment, so don't let the name fool you. How are you feeling in terms of YouTube search interest, Perrin?
It has just been on a pretty solid decline for a while. It looks like we had, since 2017, maybe 2018 here, it's been on a pretty, this isn't like super slow decline either. This is a pretty significant decline. Now you have this, I know what this trend spike is here. They had like a next update where they like completely overhauled all the graphics in their game. They try to raise the quality to be ready to compete with Wild Rift. You know, Moonton, the developer behind Mobile Legends, has been very worried about Wild Rift for good reason. And they copied their game pretty much off of League of Legends, and now League of Legends is making their mobile game. And it didn't really help. It didn't really help the decline. You can see this huge spike. It's the best their game has ever done with that update. But afterward, the search interest went back down to where it was before. So people were just interested to check it out, but it did not permanently grow the game's interest worldwide, and it continues to decline. So I really do think Wild Rift now is going to steal a decent amount of market share from Mobile Legends, and I'm just not seeing what factors are going to be in play here to bring Mobile Legends back up in the interest. I just don't see it.
Pull up TubeBuddy as well. I want to see TubeBuddy. So it's not just about the search interest, it's also about the competition. And TubeBuddy I'm a TubeBuddy affiliate, and we'll go ahead and drop a link. If you could drop a link in chat real quick to that. People can use this tool for free. If you go to my TubeBuddy landing page, you'll see my beautiful face, me with a beard there. But we're going to show you the Keyword Explorer tool, which is a tool that you guys should be using to research games, in particular research trends on YouTube and understand what the competition is, the supply and the demand. It literally gives you a score. Break this down for us.
So TubeBuddy scores off of search volume, off of competition. This just means how many other creators are making videos. It gives you a score for optimization strength, which they state as the number represents how well optimized the top ranking videos are for search. But maybe most importantly, it gives you the number of videos and search results and the number of monthly searches. So the numbers you really want to be looking for first are those numbers in the search results and the number of monthly searches. And then you can kind of assess some of the other metrics that TubeBuddy has created themselves. So this one, we're just looking at Mobile Legends just as the general term. It has 25 million videos and search results, but it has 77 million number of monthly searches. That's actually a pretty high search volume still.
That's a great ratio there. That's like basically 3 searches per video that shows up. That's really good. But as you can see, the competition is massive for this game on YouTube. So that's something that can be a challenge. So this is good. Thank you for bringing this up. Can you click Mobile Legends Bang Bang over there under related searches here? I want to see if that alternate title has a better score. There you go.
Look at that.
And so TubeBuddy can do this for you, where maybe the main key term on YouTube, if you're a creator trying to break through, is too saturated. You can then go to the alternate title, and as you can see, probably has a lot less search volume, but the competition is way more favorable. So if you use TubeBuddy, you can discover this stuff. I've been using TubeBuddy for like 5 years, and this is the best tool. Okay, for me, this makes Mobile Legends somewhat viable on YouTube, not super viable, in my opinion. Would you guys agree with that, Ross? What do you think?
Well, my quick question is to Perrin, if you don't mind going and pulling up that Google Trends chart again. It seems like just to help me base my opinion here, it seems like there's definitely a decline here, but it seems like it's so slow. So my question, I guess, for you, Perrin, would be, how much longer is it going to be viable before it just really takes a drastic dip instead of just a slow, steady decline?
I don't think there will be a drastic dip unless Wild Rift is the cause of it, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It will continue to be a gradual decline. But, what we're generally looking for here, at the very least, is a plateau, not a decline. So I zoomed in on your frame a little bit. This is just the past year. It's lost 25% of its search interest in the terms of a year. So that's significant. Normally when we're seeing declines, you would want to see that slower over a longer period of time. That is quick. That means, in 2 years from now, this thing is going to be, if it continues at that rate, a much, much smaller trend, and Wild Rift will be beating it at that point. So for that reason, it's actually a quite quick rate of decline in search interest. And I think what's more alarming, though, is we're just not seeing what could bring it back up. If completely overhauling the game graphically and making it better didn't bring it up, what is going to? Nothing is. And so I think that is the big red flag in my standpoint. Now, as search interest declines, maybe competition declines as well, and there could be an opportunity for a while, but again, it's dwindling over time. So for that reason, yeah, it's viable on YouTube now, but as a long-term play as a creator, and you got to think long-term as a creator, I don't think it's too smart of a move, to be honest.
We got to look at the Twitch and Facebook numbers. Break it down for us, bro. We got to look at the full picture here. How are we looking in terms of mobile? So on YouTube, it's okay. There's a bit large pie there. You could break through. It's okay. But how is Mobile Legends Bang Bang doing on Twitch? Yikes. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Look at these numbers. So chat, comments. Why did we go whenever we saw those numbers down there?
What sound do we make?
We made that number, or that sound. Go ahead and show the chart down there. I want everybody to tell us. I want to make sure that they're learning. But when you show the chart down there, what about this chart looks horrible? Put that in chat. Put that in the comments. We want to make sure you guys are learning. Break down these Twitch numbers for us, buddy.
Well, 7.3 average viewers per channel is not great. In the last 7 days, there's only been 298 viewers, though. And that is, Mobile Legends has never been a big game on Twitch. I know I've streamed it on Twitch for over a year. And I did grow because it's such a small game, and so because there wasn't a lot of competition. Now that's changed. Look at this competition. It is going to be very, very difficult to bridge this gap whenever the competition gap is like, what, 40 points, 60 points?
Okay, so it's terrible on Twitch. Moving on to Facebook Gaming.
Yeah. Facebook Gaming is the place where it's actually good. It's like the #1 or #2 game most of the time.
Hey, Narnicle got the correct answer. Congratulations, Narnicle said. The blue line is way too far apart from the green line. Supply versus demand, says Pit Boss Pat. You guys are learning. They're learning to open doors. Okay, so what's going on in Facebook Gaming?
So Facebook Gaming, we don't really have a tool like Twitch Tracker to go through, but I can tell you from experience, I was able to grow significantly on Mobile Legends, becoming one of the top North American streamers there. But even with me having that kind of top place, there's no growth. And my concurrent viewership dwindles and has decreased over time. And the competition has gotten a lot more intense as well. In fact, the competition on Facebook Gaming has gotten a lot more intense across the board, but this is one of the primary places where it has gotten more competitive to the point where it is now oversaturated and not nearly the opportunity that it was before. I would say at best for Facebook Gaming, it's a B tier opportunity now.
On Facebook Gaming. Got it. Okay. Guys, let's go ahead and rank this. This is not as favorable as we thought. I'm thinking that Mobile Legends is a C tier game. I'm thinking it's like, it's okay on YouTube. It's okay on Facebook Gaming-ish. Definitely terrible on Twitch. It's not great anywhere. And so, therefore, this game is a C-tier game. It's not a D-tier game. D-tier games are impossible to grow, not viable, garbage tier games. I'd say Mobile Legends is below Wild Rift, surprisingly below Wild Rift here. Ross, what are your thoughts?
You know what? If they added another bang into the title, I would consider it a B tier.
A bang, bang, bang.
But that that Twitch tracker that just tore me down. Yeah, if it was Mobile Legends Bang Bang Bang, this would easily be B tier. But I agree with you, it's C tier.
Perrin?
Yeah, it's C tier. Yeah.
Guys, we just provided so much value without even playing the ad. We gotta pay Restream right now, though, because we're streaming everywhere. Restream! Hit the money button.
This podcast is sponsored by Restream.
Okay.
Why live stream to one platform when you can simultaneously live stream to every platform to discover new audiences faster using Restream.io?
All right, so we ranked League of Legends Wild Rift as B tier, Mobile Legends as C tier. These are the most viable mobile games overall. We need to speed up the process now to rank these other ones because we got 19 minutes maximum, and I gotta go consult with a client. So let's go ahead and rank the next one. What's the next game you want to do here, Perrin?
Do Pokemon Go. I kind of think we can do that one pretty quickly. It's been out for a long time. Does anybody still even play it anymore? I'm gonna look it up on Twitch tracker.
Pokemon Go to the polls and see what the numbers are here.
It's not gonna be great, but maybe I could be proven wrong. Actually, yeah, I'm a bit proven wrong on Twitch. It's actually kind of decent. 33.1 viewers per channel. The competition is actually not too bad. The supply demand is like really even there.
Wow, this is good.
Viewers in the past 7 days, but only over 34 channels. Actually, kind of okay.
It's kind of okay, dude. This is pretty, like, for a on Twitch, which there's like no growth opportunities ever, basically. That's a pretty good. So guys, just to be clear, you want the average viewers per channel to be between 25 and 30 on Twitch for it to be good. And if it's above 30, you're looking real good. And this game is above 30 in terms of average viewers per channel over the last 7 days. It's looking solid there, but let's take a look at the other platforms because Pokemon Go was a massive, mega, ultra, super, insano trend. Every human being was playing it on Earth over here during launch, back in the before times, before viruses were trying to kill all of us. And as we can see, it has really flatlined since then in terms of interest. So this chart, I think, is very skewed. Yeah, can you go to like the last 12 months, please?
Yeah.
And then can you put it up against something like Mobile Legends Bang Bang so we can just kind of see how it's looking? Mobile Legends Bang Bang being one of the top. Mobile Legends Bang Bang, by the way, guys, is one of the top like 10 most popular games on all of YouTube. And as you can see, Pokemon Go is flip over the numbers there. I want to see what the percentages look like with these two trends. If you could just go over the lines. And it looks like Pokemon Go is about half as popular, maybe a third as popular as Mobile Legends Bang Bang. That means that Pokemon Go still has big interest on YouTube as far as mobile games are concerned. Not bad.
Yeah, it's actually is better than I thought it would be. Let's take a real quick dive into TubeBuddy, and I think this could give us what we're looking for, and then we can look at like Facebook real quick here. But the very good.
Whoa, hold on, guys.
So
are you kidding me? We're getting a very good 61 score on Pokemon Go? This is actually really insane. And look at those beautiful big natural, Ross. I know you're all about the beautiful big natural monthly searches for Pokemon Go. That number is huge. We're such nerds. Thanks for watching. But 96 million monthly searches on this trend. Guys, these TubeBuddy numbers are preposterous. Like, this is really, really good. So I would say YouTube, 2 thumbs way up for Pokemon Go.
Surprisingly, yes.
Surprisingly, way up. The competition's lower, and the demand is still very high. Twitch was looking pretty good, too. Well, how about Facebook gaming for the Pokemans?
Yeah, so it's just a matter of seeing at least where it is here this morning. Actually, it's not as far down as I thought. It's in the 24, 25 maybe range. 3.7 current viewers as of right now. Over almost 800k followers. That's about one of the way you can kind of eyeball the supply demand. I would say it's not amazing here. It's okay. It's not terrible though.
Yeah. Let's look at the competition though. I mean, what do you have to do? Dude, what? There's only 6 streams?
There's 6 streams?
I don't know, man.
One of those, is that Lavender Town?
Yeah, that person is actually not playing Pokemon Go.
Dude, the competition's like nothing here for Pokemon Go. I don't know, man. Yeah. Based on what I'm seeing on these platforms, YouTube looks good, Twitch looks good, Facebook gaming looks okay because the demand isn't super high. We got to be honest about that. The demand isn't super high, but the competition is super low. Guys, this is looking A tier or S tier to me. I don't know if it's quite S though. So I'm going to go first on this one. I'm going to say it's A tier because YouTube looks phenomenal. Twitch looks good. Facebook gaming looks meh. If Facebook gaming looked good, I'd put this in S tier, but it doesn't look good on Facebook gaming. So I'm going to go A tier with Pokemon Go. In a surprising turn of events, the best game to cover so far on our list. Guys, thoughts on that?
It's a surprising pick, but the numbers don't lie. I'm going to agree with you there. If it were more viable on Facebook gaming, I have a feeling, you know, a lot of these viewers are built up off of these streamers alone. If these streamers weren't streaming Pokemon Go, you wouldn't have this concurrent viewership here. You would have it for some other Pokemon game.
And there's
Honestly,
also
it has a lot of viability too, because it's Pokemon. You build an audience on this, you can go to other Pokemon stuff. So A tier it is, just because Facebook gaming is just not quite there.
Do you concur, Dr. Ross?
Nurse, I do.
Perfect. So that is now an A tier game, our first A tier game of the list. I have 14 minutes until we have to go. I'm putting the clock on us to make the episode more exciting. Question in chat, though, I want to address this one. And Narnicle says, how do you... oh, yeah, Pit Boss Pat says, how do you walk around and cover this game? Is there a mod that makes it playable from home? How do you do it? So I was in Times Square streaming Pokemon Go on the front page of YouTube Gaming a while ago. And I was trying to get featured there. I was working with my Google contact, Alex Costa. And anyway, you can do it from a tablet or a phone mobily. And what you'll need to do is you'll need to have a decent microphone plugged into your phone. And there's tons of solutions out there. And you'll also need to have a great internet connection on the go, essentially. And then you're fine to stream it on the go. There are more complex setups where you can have a laptop that runs overlays and has a battery pack in it, but you don't have to do that. So power supply, microphone, phone, and good internet. Those are the 4 requirements to do it mobily. And yes, there are mods where you can play it from home. However, you could run into Ban City because you'll have to do GPS spoofing to get your character to move into different locations to be able to collect up the Pokemons. And if Niantic detects that, you could get your account banned. So you probably just need to put on your sneakers, walk around, and stream the game in an area with 4G or 5G internet if you have that available. Next game.
Let's do Diablo Immortal because I want to know where this one's going to go. I'm excited about this coming to mobile.
It's C tier. Moving on.
It's C tier? Okay.
Yeah, it's C tier. Yeah. Like the game isn't even launched yet. We don't have any numbers on it in any platform. As far as the interest is concerned, we are very closely connected with Echo Gaming. I've watched every video on it. His channel isn't that big. He's the #1 creator for this game. I mean, pull up Echo Gaming's channel real quick. And we can show you guys what peak Diablo Immortal creator is right now, right? And
so it's just hype right now.
We're in the way early hype stages right now, okay. And Echo is crushing this game. He's hoping that it really blows up. If you go to the look, he's the #1 creator for this game. Go back home, and he is only getting, and this is not a dig on him, he's only getting 87,000 views per month as the #1 creator for this game, and he is making 27 videos per month on this game. 263 videos total. He is beasting on this game, getting an average views per video of like 1,000 or so. Not a dig on him. It's just to say that pre-launch hype for this game by an expert. He is like an A tier, A+ tier creator, by the way, in terms of his skills. That's all the traction he's getting. I want to put this in C tier right now because we don't know what launch looks like. We don't know what the marketing is going to look like. We don't know when it's going to, any of that stuff. It's too early, in my opinion, but I don't feel like it's D tier because based on early reports we're getting about this game, everybody, even people that hate mobile games, are saying when they pick up this game, it's like the best mobile experience they've ever had. And so like that's something you can't ignore, and you can't ignore how good Blizzard is at marketing video games as well. So that's my thoughts. Ross, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's just too early to tell, but you know, if we're just throwing around the Blizzard logo, it's C tier.
Okay.
Perrin, you good on that?
Yeah, I'm good on that. Let's do Freefire. I'm going to toss into S tier.
S tier, next one. Moving on. No, I'm just saying. I'm just kidding.
No, we're going to actually have to
may be right.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure this one's S tier. This is like, this might be the only S tier mobile game. But we have, okay, are we Freefire shills? No. But the numbers force us to like this game. None of us actually like love it. I kind of like it a little bit. Perrin kind of likes it a little bit. We don't actually like it, but the numbers are so insane. Look at what's on your screen right now, guys. Y'all are probably not going to see any trend that looks like this. What the hell is going on here with this game, guys? Why is it such a massive ultra trend? This is a top 5 game on all of YouTube, the biggest gaming social media platform in the world. Ross, what is going on here?
It seems to be getting more and more popular as time goes on, AWOL.
Right. That's actually remarkable. That's actually remarkable, right? Video games don't get more and more popular over time. They usually launch and then they die after launch. So that's what makes Freefire such an insane anomaly. Search keeps growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. On YouTube, Freefire is S+ tier. Do we agree with that, guys?
Yes. Yeah, Twitch, it is not though. You've got the average viewers per channel there at 39. That looks nice.
Whoa.
But the supply versus you just don't have the viewership demand growing on this one on Twitch.
Man, that viewers per channel is so nice though. I feel like there's something here that maybe I mean, I understand there's a lot of channels, there's a lot of competition, but if the average viewers per channel is 39, does that just mean a couple top channels are getting all the viewership? Can you click on it? I just want to see what's going on with this trend, because that is one of the best viewers per channel numbers we've seen for any game on Twitch. So let's take a deeper look here, guys.
So if we look from high to low, is all the viewership happening at the top level?
I see.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of. 5K at the top, 1.5K down to 1K, 800, 500, 300, 171. So it ramps down significantly.
Can you sort by English just to see for our English viewers, which they're almost all English? Can you sort by English and help us understand what the English competition is, if we could? If there's a way to sort by language here.
I'm not sure I can do that here on Twitch. I can do that on Facebook, but
okay, got it. Okay.
Actually, there would be no point in doing that because the reason this game is popular is not because of its English audience. It's because of its international audience.
So Twitch, no bueno then. So YouTube, 2 thumbs way up. Twitch, no bueno. How are we looking on Facebook Gaming, buddy?
This is one of the top 3 games consistently. It'll swap this second spot with Mobile Legends here and there, with 3.5 million followers and 78.6K viewers. So I think it's oversaturated. I'd have to actually do a full scroll, which would probably take a while. We don't have that kind of time. But
hold on, Parent. We got some intel from chat here on the thing we were just discussing. Danger's Voice said a few big esports dudes from Free Fire moved to Twitch. Was the comment there. So that's why Twitch is getting some of these big streamers out of nowhere, and for this game, because typically this game got like no traction on Twitch historically. Thanks for that intel. Appreciate it. Please continue.
So the viewership on Facebook Gaming is like pretty evenly split down, which is nice. But once you get to the bottom, you're going to see a lot of 0 viewer Andes. And normally when you see that, that means that it's quite saturated in terms of the game. I've seen the same thumbnail twice now.
Kidding me?
Off a girl's pants. That's Facebook Gaming for you. So
not as bad as boba.tv. Don't go there, guys, if you're at work.
I would definitely say it's not S tier because
no, it's not.
It is not good on Twitch. And it's pretty competitive on Facebook. It's probably a bit oversaturated on Facebook Gaming as well. I think it's actually B tier.
It's B tier.
Because it's got huge YouTube potential, but that's kind of it, really.
Yeah, I agree with that. Those numbers we saw on Twitch and Facebook were not favorable. This is a B tier game, guys.
Okay.
Yep.
I have 6 minutes.
All right, we got to at least cover the majors here. So let's do Call of Duty Mobile. I'm going to toss that into A. We got to go through a little bit faster here, so let's try to do it.
Cool. So yeah, Call of Duty Mobile, just some context on that one. I streamed Call of Duty Mobile for hundreds of hours. I grew from 0 to hundreds of concurrent viewers on Facebook with that. I didn't make much money doing it, but I did build up a fairly loyal audience instantly, but this was a year or so ago. But to go from 0 to hundreds of concurrents out of nowhere, 99% of streamers will never accomplish that. Call of Duty Mobile on YouTube, very consistent in terms of search volume. That's looking pretty nice. How about Tube Buddy?
Complete plateau there, actually.
Okay, complete plateau. But plateau's good. That is not a decline, right? A plateau is fine by me. These numbers are definitely wrong.
What?
Like the search volume is not 26,000 for this game. This is incorrect data. So I don't believe it. It is
Call of Duty
definitely way
Mobile
high.
Live, maybe? I don't know.
No, the data is not pulling correctly. So the number of searches is way higher than that from Call of Duty Mobile. So, TubeBuddy, you have failed us today. Let's look at Twitch.
All right.
Yeah, that data is like both. So that happens with TubeBuddy sometimes, and I think that has to do with the YouTube API not giving the data to TubeBuddy correctly, because sometimes that data will correct itself. I mean, look at this. Even Twitch Tracker's broken. Or is it? Or does it literally have 0 live viewers right now?
Let's
Oh my
look,
gosh,
I
0
guess.
live viewers and 0 channels? Hold on, guys. Who wants to become the #1 streamer on Twitch for Call of Duty Mobile? Ross, is it you?
Yes. This is.
These are all replays down there.
Yeah.
Wait, are they? Really?
Those were, go look at them.
No, there's some live.
Oh, no, there's some live streams.
Okay.
Yeah,
Looks like
they're
Twitch
live.
Tracker just broke here, guys. Oh, geez. It's really putting a damper in our game here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we go by this chart, if we could just go by the, I mean,
We've seen that before. We do know it's oversaturated on Twitch, though, correct?
Yeah, we looked at these numbers
It is
before.
oversaturated on Twitch, but it is kind of growing though, and it's got lots of like spikety spikes in it. So there's a little bit of
I don't
value.
know. It's kind of garbage on Twitch. And how we look on Facebook Gaming?
Facebook Gaming, it's normally in the top 10. Right now
Yeah.
it is
Number 8.
8.
Or yeah,
Yeah.
8.
It's number 8. Yep. So Facebook Gaming, I still think COD Mobile is definitely viable and will be viable for a long time. This is something that I've talked about a lot. Given how consistent this trend is, Call of Duty's main PC and console titles continually revolve. By the way, comment here from Chatty Pug. Try COD Mobile in TubeBuddy and see if that gives you a different result. See if we get something else there. I'm going to delay my consulting call by 10 minutes so we can finish this episode properly. But what I want you guys to keep in mind is that Call of Duty franchise games on PC and console constantly flip and change. But COD Mobile will remain consistent and the same over time. They aren't going to make another COD Mobile, probably. So here's the data for COD Mobile. Did we get anything more relevant here?
You still don't have the search volume listed, so it's hard to tell.
I think, in my experience, COD Mobile on YouTube is okay. The size of the pie is relatively large. If we look at iFerg, it proves that it can build a massive mega ultra creator. And I also advise multiple other COD Mobile creators, including Chatty Pug, who's in chat right now, and JHC Gaming. It's okay on YouTube, not good on Twitch, and it's okay on Facebook Gaming. So if it's okay on 2 platforms, is it A tier? Or does that, it kind of feels to me like it's more like a B tier
That's more
game.
like a B tier because it's very close to like League of Legends, Wild Rift in that case.
Yeah.
So it is actually more of a B tier game in my opinion. Ross, do you concur, sir?
I do concur.
All right. Let's go to PUBG Mobile. We know that this is a juggernaut in some places, but is it viable for us to stream? Or is it just too competitive? I think that's where that's what we're looking for basically on this one. PUBG Mobile. Let's look at first. I'm gonna look at 5 years in the search interest, then we can zoom in if we need to. This one has gone down recently, but it looks like it's mostly a plateau. Mostly a plateau here.
Yep, PUBG Mobile plateau. That's fine over the last 5 years. How's it looking in terms of competition, though? People want to know. I'm fine with the smaller trend. I'm cool with the plateauing trend. If the number of channels you're competing against goes down over time or it looks pretty good, cool with me. The game doesn't have to be on an exponential growth curve up, because that almost never happens if the competition looks decent. PUBG Mobile's monthly searches is preposterous. I don't know if that is correct.
I don't know either.
I feel like TubeBuddy's numbers are borked right now. That it can't be 94 million. Maybe it is, but the game on YouTube has good search. It has pretty high competition, and if you're an English-based creator making content about PUBG Mobile, you are going to have way less competition than if you were covering it in other language areas. So I would say overall PUBG Mobile is an okay opportunity on YouTube. Not better than okay, though.
Yeah, I would concur with that. Let's look at Twitch real quick. This one will be interesting, and because Twitch, 17 average viewers per channel, only 780 viewers in the past 7 days across.
Ugh,
170
gross.
channels. This is awful. This is like D tier bad.
This is doo-doo
on
tier.
YouTube.
Whoa, that's terrible. PUBG Mobile is awful on Twitch. Restreaming there is like your only option. Do not exclusively stream there. But look at the juggernaut on Facebook.
It is definitely always the top streamed game on Facebook, but I think the problem is it's super oversaturated because of that. So yeah, that looks great, but it is crazy saturated. There's tons of zero viewer Andys trying to go at this, which means there's just not enough viewership to go around versus the number of streamers. The number of streamers on Facebook Gaming has skyrocketed in the last quarter, and this is primarily where it happened. So it's actually the worst it's ever been to try to stream this game on Facebook Gaming. So it looks good on the surface, but it is not good for streamers.
Makes sense. Look, I'm thinking that this is a C tier game. There is some possibility you could grow off of it on YouTube in particular, because the interest overall there is there, and you could potentially break through with streaming. And there's some remote possibility you could break through on Facebook Gaming. Twitch, impossible. It's not D tier. D tier is impossible growth. I don't like it's not impossible growth, and so it's C tier in my opinion. You guys good with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
Moving on to the next game.
Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans is a D tier game. Moving on.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's so D tier. So let me quickly explain. So I advise multiple almost all of the top Clash creators. I advise them personally. I in my one-on-one coaching, and I can tell you that it is nearly impossible to grow with this game and to break through, and it is on a non-stop decline. And one of the huge issues with this game, this is the last thing I'll say, is you are up against A tier and S tier caliber creators in a space that is dying over time, and they all know it. And so this is something that is a huge challenge with Clash of Clans, where there's this hardcore community still covering the game. They have nowhere to go, and if you're going to enter this space, you're going to be up against some of the most talented and best creators on all of YouTube competing for this audience. It's D tier. It's almost impossible to grow from scratch on Clash of Clans right now on any platform. D tier. Moving on.
Okay, let's do Clash Royale then. Is there any improvement on that game?
I'd like to look at, as far as Twitch streaming is concerned and as far as YouTube streaming is concerned, it's less desirable, but it's similar, as you can see, to Clash Royale or to Clash of Clans. The game launched, it was successful, and then it just died in popularity. And once again, with Clash of Clans and Clash Royale, the big reason why they died is Battle Royales came out. People stopped being interested in these Supercell style games like this, these card-based battlers or whatever, and they started being interested in Battle Royales on mobile and Among Us and things like that. This style of game went out of trend, and so the game stopped making as much money. It's got a fantastic viewers per channel average, but if I were to guess, that is esports and that is top creators that are causing those spikes to happen on Twitch. It has got a hardcore old school community, and I think on Twitch it would be extremely difficult to break through.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you there. And having seen some of the content myself, that would be the case. And you just have you do have an increasing viewership demand with these spikes, but if you're saying that is esports, then that's actually skewed, and you actually have a huge disparity between the content creators and the viewership demand. And then Facebook Gaming, I don't even know if I've ever seen it on Facebook Gaming. I'm sure it's
way down there. It's way down there. I think Clash Royale is a game I would put in D tier. And here's another thing. This game is a pay-to-win game. You can free to play it, of course, but if you either drop in hundreds of hours into playing it and grinding over the next 6 months to get up to where you need to be, or you pay money, hundreds of dollars, maybe $1,000 to get where you need to be competitive with this game, the barrier to entry is massive. It is a D tier game, in my opinion. Let's go to Brawl Stars, the other Supercell game. This one might be more favorable. It is their newer of these three games. Supercell, by the way, is what used to be like Blizzard Entertainment caliber developer for mobile games. Like, they're the only ones that always deliver a good game. And as you can see with Brawl Stars on YouTube search, it has yet to die. And one of the reasons, in my opinion, is that it has a Battle Royale mode. And so it has stayed relevant for that reason, because that's what people want. And as you can see, it's got spiky spikes when they release new content and new heroes. This is going to be the most viable of all of these Supercell games in terms of growing a channel. Please pull up TubeBuddy, though, on this one. I got to see the competition score for Brawl Stars. once again, I want to give you some real context on this. Creators I work with, such as Echo Gaming, have made a Brawl Stars specific channel, and even he struggled to grow with Brawl Stars. And he is, like I mentioned earlier, an A+ tier caliber creator, and he struggled to do it. So if you are S tier in terms of how good you are as a creator on YouTube, maybe you can grow a Brawl Stars channel. But if Echo can't make a big Brawl Stars channel, how the hell are you going to do it? Maybe you're that good, but how the hell are you going to do it? I'm just providing a real life example there. That's the market that you're in right here. What are you seeing in terms of the numbers?
We're missing the number of monthly searches. The search results is 13.4 million though, so there's a lot of content creators on it, and they're at least weighting it as the competition being poor. And I bet you that that's actually accurate. If you were to go into the space, it's probably already dominated by creators who.
It is.
You know, that's just something that is relatively accurate to expect there. Brawl Stars on Facebook Gaming. Let's see if we can find it. There's Clash of Clans. I don't know if I've ever seen it on here, to be honest. Actually, if I'm scrolling this far down, basically
it's a D tier game, guys. It's unfortunately Supercell is all D tier games. When their games launch, has super high interest, and there's this baked in community, sort of like Blizzard games for PC and console, this hardcore community of big tubers that'll cover every bit of it. And you will have to beat S tier creators to break through on these games. Supercell games, no bueno. Stay away. Maybe with a new one, if they come out with a new one, sure. But these old ones, forget about it. The numbers don't lie. Next game.
Bloons TD6.
You got to pull up the numbers on this. So Bloons is different than all the other games on our list, guys.
This is crazy.
Because it's there's most of the Bloons games are paid games. And so there's multiple Bloons games, but we chose Bloons TD6 in particular because it's the most popular. But these are paid games for the most part, and there's also a free-to-play Bloons too. So I know a bunch of creators that have broken through with this particular title, and it is a grindy game to play, though, to get all your towers up to where you need them to be able to show that high-level gameplay. How are we looking in terms of the numbers?
Let's take a look here. Bloons TD. Oh wait, let's look at TubeBuddy here. Bloons TD6.
Bloons TD6. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Okay.
Not good.
Monthly searches are okay. Videos and search results are all right. There's a lot of high-level competition for this game versus others on YouTube. Like you're up against really, really good creators that are way ahead of you on this one because it's an older game. Twitch and Facebook Gaming, I don't think there's like any traction there. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but to my knowledge, there's like no traction for Bloons in terms of streaming. To my knowledge, it's only a viable game in terms of YouTube videos. Are the numbers saying something different?
There's just not a lot of viewership, at least in the past 7 days. 22 viewers per channel.
Just a drop in everything.
Activity here, like someone was like crazy streaming it here, and there was no actual viewership. I just don't see the viewership demand here really going on.
It's not there. Yeah.
Super healthy here at all. The last one is in Facebook Gaming. I don't know if I've seen it here. We got to sort by high to low. Let's see. You'll find it. But again, if we're having to scroll down this far, we already know that it's not viable.
It's into like the not viable category. It's not even here, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
it's not.
This is a D tier game, man. Bloons TD is a D tier game. Last game is Arena of Valor. I have 1 minute. I've already delayed with my client. I cannot delay any longer. So how about Arena of Valor? Let's take a look. This is a game, if you guys aren't very familiar with it, it shows up on the top list in terms of live streams on multiple platforms. How viable is it in terms of YouTube videos as well? Let's take a look at the numbers and see what it has to say. Consistent decline over time, but I mean, it's not dead, if you will.
Recently. It's plateaued recently.
It's plateaued,
the past, year or so, I would say. We can actually take a look here. There's actually a little bit of a decline there. If we were to draw, yeah, it's a bit of a decline. It's a very slow decline, so that's maybe okay.
That's because that big marketing budget every single month with Arena of Valor and how committed people feel to the game, given their investment in it. When we look at TubeBuddy competition score, As you can see, the searches are high at 10 million, but the competition is still there with this title. There's 5 million videos in search. It's actually looking okay on YouTube. It's looking like an okay trend to cover on YouTube, not great. Twitch, though, I don't know if I've ever seen an Arena of Valor. Maybe I'm wrong. A big Arena of Valor stream on Twitch, but maybe I missed it. This seems, yeah, there it is. Facebook Gaming. Oh my God, look at these horrible. Goodness gracious, these are terrible numbers. It's awful on Twitch, but on Facebook Gaming, there is way bigger viewership than any other platform for Arena of Valor. It's normally like a top 5 game, isn't it? Yeah, there it is in the top 5 next to GTA 5. What's the viability here, though?
It was just, you have to check the saturation. So now that one, if we're looking viewers high to low here, most of the viewership is rising way to the top. You got 7.5K and 6K viewership here at the top, 1.7, 2.2, and then we're down into the hundreds. What matters is then how many 0 viewer Andys there are show you, what. Is there any room at the bottom for you to grow? I don't know if we would have the time to like fully check it. I would say that it's probably a better opportunity than Mobile Legends is, but considering the growth and competitiveness as a whole on Facebook Gaming, not great.
Makes sense. All right, this is our final list. We got no S tier games today. And I would say Arena of Valor is a C tier game because it's only viable on YouTube. So this is our final list. As far as mobile games are concerned, no games are S tier. No games are viable everywhere. Pokemon Go is A tier because it's viable on 2 platforms. And in terms of B tier, you're looking at League of Legends Wild Rift, Free Fire, and Call of Duty Mobile. And the only other games that are somewhat viable on one platform, you're looking at Mobile Legends, Diablo Immortal, maybe. Let's see what happens. PUBG Mobile, and Arena of Valor. Every Supercell game is garbage tier in terms of growth. And I'm sorry, Bloons TD, you're not viable either. That's your final list. Surprisingly, Pokemon Go tops the list in terms of viability.
Wow. Would not have expected that.
Me neither. I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. This was a fun episode to do. And let us know in the comments what other tier lists you're interested in watching. We put in a lot of research into these episodes, as you can see live.